Hello friends, my name is M. Singh and today I am going to discuss about the scientific treatise and foreign accounts for writing the ancient Indian history. And brief introduction, I have completed MA History, MA Sociology and qualified UGC NET JRF. So let's start the scientific treaty, the first book of scientific treaty. The first book, that's name is Arthashastra, and this book is basically, the name of the book is Arthashastra, related to the economy, but the theme of the book is political science. Means in this book it is given how to administer the state. This is given, and this book is written by the Kautilya or Chanakya. His nickname was Chanakya, and Chanakya was the prime minister in Chandragupta Maurya court, and it is also said by the many historians Chanakya was the man who made the Chandragupta Maurya, and because of the Chanakya, Chandragupta Maurya became the king of Mauryan Empire. And in this book it is given about method of acquiring power, how the power of any state can be acquired by any particular person. This is given, and it is also given various type of administrative system and policies. It is also in this book it is also given how the policies made by the people, made by the king, and how those policy beneficial to the people. In this book it is also given polity and administrative system of Mauryan, means entire, if someone want to get the information of the political system or administrative system, the Mauryan Empire, that is given in this book. So they can go through this book. This book is comprised 15 chapter. In this book 15 chapter is there, and this 15 part, this book have 15 part, and this is 15 chapter adhyay, 180 headings, Upvibhag, and 6000 verses and sloka that is given in this book. And in this book it is also giving the theory of Saptang. The theory of Saptang means how the administration done by, with the help of, how any king do the administration with the help of 7 ministers. This is also given in theory of Saptang, that is also given. This is important book for the Mauryan Empire, for writing the history of Mauryan Empire. So this is the scientific, this comes in the scientific treaty. Another important book which is related to the Niti Sar written by the Kamdantak. Kamdantak was also a scholar who wrote the book Niti Sar, or in this book, in this Niti Sar, in this book it is also given rules and regulation for ruling the administration in different states. Now another book, that is Ashtadhyayi, another scientific book, Ashtadhyayi, the book which is written by the Panini, and in this book deals about the grammar. This book deal about the Sanskrit grammar, means how the Sanskrit grammar apply for reading the Sanskrit, how any people apply the Sanskrit, apply the grammar for reading the Sanskrit and for analyzing the Sanskrit and for getting the knowledge of the Sanskrit of this given. And the another important information that is given, the period of second, this book written when the second urbanization that was going in ancient India. This is known among the historian, the first urbanization in India, that is Indus Valley, and this is the second urbanization of India that comes after the Vedic period. So this is information that is given in the Ashtadhyayi. So Ashtadhyayi, the book, this is given Panini, this is detail about the grammar, and in this book it is also given the second urbanization of the book. And third book, that is next book, that is Mahabhasya, another book which is written by the Patanjali. In this book the social condition of the condition during the early historic period, this information that is given in the book. So this is another some important scientific inquiry book from where anybody can get the information regarding the historical source, regarding the history of the ancient Indian sources. Now next book comes, that is, if you talk about the scientific, scientific inquiry, scientific treatise, so it can't be read without the very important book that's named Charak Samhita, that is very important book related to the Charak Samhita and Sushruta Samhita. These two books which are written by the Charak, and this book given the information of medical sciences. Medical sciences means what was the condition of the medical sciences, what was the condition of the medical sciences during the ancient India. This is given, and what was the growth, what was the development of the medical sciences that during the ancient period, that is given in this book. Now another important book, that's Brihat Samhita, which is a book which is written by the Baramihir was the famous scientist who written during the Gupta period, and he wrote by Brihat Samhita written by the Baramihir. In this book, cropping pattern, agriculture technology, how to foresee earthquake, astronomy, astrology. In this book, that is basically this book touch the physical physics aspect of the scientific thing. And in this book, cropping pattern, agriculture technology, earthquake, astronomy, astrology, these important thing that is given in the book. Another important book which is written by the Varamihir, that's the Panch Siddhantika, that is another important book. In this book, the concern about eclipse, path of the planets and pace of constellation, this is the important thing, this is basically astronomical event. So in this astronomical event that is given the Panch Siddhantika, with the help of that anybody can get about the planets, anybody can get information about the eclipses and pace of the constellation. Now another important book which is we're going to discuss, that is Sangam Literature. Sangam Literature, that is another important book which is written by some South Indian scholars. That's name is the means of that these book given the information regarding the Sangam period. Sangam, that is a South Indian history. So meaning of Sangam, that is assembly, and in this book basically in this assembly comprised of the poems presented in assembly by Tamil poet. This is Sangam Literature. In the Sangam Literature, which is basically meaning of Sangam Literature, that is assembly, which is comprised the poems and that was composed by the Tamil poet, and these are the Sangam which was held at the time of Pandya ruler of South India. And these very important book of Sangam Literature, that's a Silpadikaram, Madi Mekhlai and Pattu Pattu. These three important books which is very important for the Sangam Literature, for the Sangam Literature, and these three books, with the help of these three books, anybody can get the information of the Sangam period. So Silpadikaram, Madi Mekhlai and Pattu Pattu, and this Silpadikaram is known as a epic of the South India. So this is very important. So these are the book of scientific treatise. This is a very important book for getting the information of the ancient Indian history. Now we come to the next point, that's known as foreign accounts, because some foreigners, they came to India at the time of ancient period and they have given different information regarding the India, and with the help of that anybody can reconstruct the history, or anybody can reconstruct the history without having any biasness. So now let's go to the foreign accounts. Now we talk about foreign accounts in India. Many foreigners comes to India. The first foreign account that was given by the very famous book which is written by the Megasthenes, and Megasthenes was the ambassador. Megasthenes was the ambassador of the Chandragupta Maurya, because at the time when the Chandragupta Maurya defeated the Seleucus, and Seleucus sent the one ambassador to the Chandragupta Maurya, that's name is Megasthenes, and he wrote the book that's name is Indica. His book's name is Indica. This book Indica, and it is not available in the original form, but this book is quoted by the many other historians later on. So this you can get with the help, you can get what is written in the Indica, some other information. So basic thing, he was the ambassador of the Seleucus and he was in Chandragupta Maurya court. He wrote the Indica, and the basic information that is given in the book, the layout of the Pataliputra, because in this book the layout of Pataliputra that is given, Pataliputra's layout that is given by the Megasthenes, and in this book also gives social structure, caste system and caste relation. In this book this is given. Megasthenes give the information besides the giving information of the Pataliputra, and he also given the five committee of Pataliputra that was ruling in Patna or Pataliputra. It is also given information, he said that, and besides this also given social structure, caste system and caste relation in this book. Now another important book which is written by unknown writer, that's the Periphetus of the Erythraean Sea. In this book, that is basically the information about Indo-Roman trades information which is given in this book, the Erythraean of Periphetus of the Erythraean Sea. This is given, another important book of the foreigners. Now next point, that is another important foreign writer, Chinese writer who came to India, that's name is Fayan. Fayan came to India, and he was Chinese traveler, and he was visited during the Gupta period, and basically during Gupta period, that is Chandragupta II. He came during the Chandragupta II, and he gave the information regarding Chandragupta period. He didn't give the political condition of that, and he gave all the things of Chandragupta Maurya. Now next one, that is Huensong. Huensong, the another important Chinese traveler who came at the time of Harshvardhan, and he studied in Nalanda University. He wrote the book that is known as Siyuki. In this book, he gave the information king and his generosity. King, his generosity, as well as the social, economic and political information of the ancient CUK, that is given by the Huensung. Now we give the just a summary. We give the summary of the ancient foreign accounts that I'm giving in the next PPT. So let's go there. Now, if we talk about the summary, then first, that is Megasthenes. They wrote the Indica, invaluable information of the socio-economic and Mauryan Empire. So with the help of that, you can prepare the exam very easily. And that is important. Ptolemy related to the geography, geographical aspect is given, the geographical TT. In this basically book, the geographical aspects of the India that is given there. Now third, that is Pliny, that is another important, and he wrote the Natural Historica, that important books. In this book, the trade relation between Roman and India. This is trade relation that is given in the 1st century, that is given there. So this is the summarized I have given. So if anybody just revise this, so with the help of that, for examination purpose, with the help of that, they can go. Now another thing that is anomalous, means I have already told that Periphelis of the Regency, this writer of this book, that is unknown, and this is a record between the Roman trade between India and Rome. Now that is Fayan, that record of Buddhist countries, and he record of Gupta Empire in 5th century. He came to India. He was Chinese traveler. Now Huensung, that is Buddhist record of Western world, and he came India at the time of Harshvardhana. He gave the social, economic, and religious condition of 7th century, and he was a person who also participated in the Harsh Council, which was conducted by Harshvardhana in Allahabad. Now next thing, that is this I have. Now next point, that is Isyang, that is these things I have already done. Now next one, that is Isyang also come from China, and he was also Buddhist region, and he also practiced in India, and also went to Malay archipelago, and he also comes at the time of Gupta period and given the 7th century. Sometime the questions which is asked in this for making the chronology for the writers. So in some time this question were asked from the ancient Indian history. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching my channel. And if you think any information which is I am giving is useful for you, like my channel, subscribe my channel, give the comment if any question that is in your mind, comment, and share as much as possible. So thank you very much again.